Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Breaking Bulletin, your trusted source for significant developments around the globe. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe and activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss an update. Today, we are addressing a provocative statement from United States President Donald Trump. He has hinted at sending American soldiers to take over Greenland. This comment, reported by the Daily Mail Online on March 13, 2025, emerged during a White House meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Trump reiterated that the United States needs Greenland for national security purposes and suggested an increased military presence might be on the horizon. Donald Trump, sworn in for his second term on January 20, 2025, has long expressed interest in acquiring Greenland, an autonomous territory of Denmark. The Daily Mail Online quotes him saying, "We have a couple of bases on Greenland already, and we have quite a few soldiers. Maybe you will see more and more soldiers go there." This statement came as he sat alongside Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who nodded in agreement, and NATO's Rutte, who declined to engage on the matter. Greenland, the world's largest island, spans over 2 million square kilometers, but houses just 56,000 residents, mostly indigenous Inuit. It has been under Danish control since the early 18th century, gaining home rule in 1979 and expanded self-governance in 2009, per its government's official records. Copenhagen retains authority over Greenland's foreign affairs and defense, contributing approximately $1 billion annually to its economy. The United States already maintains a military foothold on the island through the Pichafik Space Base in the northwest. Established under a 1951 defense agreement with Denmark, this facility supports missile warning, space surveillance, and early detection of ballistic threats, according to the United States Space Force. Trump's remarks build on prior rhetoric. During his first term in 2019, he floated purchasing Greenland, a proposal Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen called absurd, per BBC reports from August 2019. Post-election in November 2024, he escalated this interest, refusing to rule out military or economic force in a January 7, 2025, Mar-a-Lago press conference, as noted by AP News. Greenland's strategic value is undeniable. Positioned between the Arctic and North Atlantic Oceans, it lies on the shortest route from North America to Europe, per Al Jazeera's January 2025 analysis. Its mineral wealth, rare earth elements, uranium, and potential oil reserves further elevates its importance, according to a 2023 European Commission survey identifying 25 critical materials on the island. Trump's comments on March 13th came during a discussion with Rutte in the Oval Office. Reuters reports he said, "We need that for international security," adding, "I think that will happen despite Denmark's refusal to negotiate." Rutte sidestepped involvement, stating, "I don't want to drag NATO into this," focusing instead on broader Arctic concerns involving Russia and China. Greenland's leadership swiftly rebuffed the suggestion. Outgoing Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen posted on Facebook, per Reuters, "The U.S. president has once again aired the thought of annexing us. Enough is enough." Jens Frederik Nielsen, leader of the Democratic Party, which won Greenland's parliamentary election on March 11th, echoed this, writing, "We must stand together, rejecting American takeover." The election saw Democratic, a center-right group advocating Greenlandic independence, take power, a clear signal of local sentiment. Nielsen told Sky News, "We don't want to be Americans. We want to be Greenlanders and build our own country." Trump's rationale hinges on security and resources. He referenced Pitafik's role in tracking Russian and Chinese vessels, telling reporters, per the Daily Mail Online, "We have to be careful." Greenland's proximity to potential missile routes from Russia enhances its defense significance, a point underscored in a 2024 Pentagon Arctic strategy. Denmark, a NATO ally, relies on the United States for Greenland's protection under the 1951 Pact. Christian Subby Christensen of the University of Copenhagen's Center for Military Studies told Politico in January 2025, Denmark cannot defend Greenland alone. Yet Trump's hint at military action flips this dynamic, raising questions about alliance cohesion. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization faces a dilemma. Article 5 of its charter deems an attack on one member an attack on all, but invoking it against the United States already present on Greenland seems implausible, per the Telegraph's February 2025 report on NATO talks. Denmark has bolstered its own efforts, announcing $1.5 billion in 2025 for ships, drones, and airfield upgrades to accommodate F-35 jets, per the Telegraph. Europe's response has been measured but firm. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, in January 2025 remarks to NBC News, stressed that border violations are intolerable, without naming Trump. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot told France Interradio that an invasion is unlikely but out of the question to accept. Per NBC News, Greenland's residents express fear and defiance. Pippi Ekling, an MP from the Inuit Ataqatigiit Party, told AP News in March 2025, "Most of us have been scared since the new year because of Trump's interest." She highlighted a pivot toward Europe for security, reflecting distrust in American intentions. The military feasibility of a takeover is stark. The United States, with a 2024 defense budget of $948 billion and 1.3 million personnel, dwarfs Denmark's $9.9 billion and 17,000 soldiers, per Politico's January 2025 analysis. Ulrik Promgad of the Danish Institute for International Studies called it the shortest war in the world, noting Greenland's minimal defenses. Historically, the United States has eyed Greenland. In 1867, Secretary of State William Seward explored its purchase alongside Alaska, per the State Department archives. A 1946 offer of $100 million was rejected by Denmark, setting a precedent of resistance. Trump's rhetoric departs from post-World War II norms. The United Nations Charter, which the United States helped craft, prohibits force against territorial integrity, a principle Zelensky defends in Ukraine, per the New York Times in January 2025. Analysts see mixed motives. John Robik Clemenson of Denmark's Institute for Strategy told NBC News in January 2025 that Trump's approach may damage transatlantic trust, pushing Europe toward autonomy. Yet Ian Lesser of the German Marshall Fund suggested to the Christian Science Monitor it might be political bravado to press NATO spending. Greenland's mineral riches are a key driver. Rare earths, vital for batteries and tech, position it as a counter to China's dominance, per Al Jazeera. Michael Waltz, Trump's national security advisor, told The Conversation in January 2025, "It's about critical minerals. The Arctic's changing landscape adds urgency. Melting ice opens shipping routes and resource access, drawing Russia and China, per the Telegraph." NATO's Mark Rutte acknowledged this, offering increased Arctic presence to ease Trump's concerns, per Reuters. Denmark's diplomatic stance remains calm. Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen told Al Jazeera in January 2025 that Greenland has no ambition to join the United States, stressing its sovereignty. Public sentiment in Greenland aligns with independence. A March 11th election bolstered parties rejecting American control, per AP News, with Hunter Quoke Berthelsen telling reporters, "My concern is that Trump will come and take Greenland. The United States' existing presence complicates matters." Pituffik's runway and port, the northernmost deep-water facility, already secure American interests, per the Arctic Institute in January 2025. Peter Viggo Jacobsen of Denmark's Institute for Strategy told Straight Arrow News in January 2025, "The U.S. already has military control. This raises doubts about Trump's endgame." Critics argue it risks NATO unity. The conversation noted in January 2025 that such threats blur lines between ally and adversary, even prompting Russian opportunism. Andrei Gurulyev, a former Russian official, suggested splitting Greenland with Trump. Per the same report, Europe debates its response. Germany and France have floated troop deployments, but Danish PM Frederiksen urged restraint to avoid escalation, per the Telegraph. This is Breaking Bulletin, delivering thorough analysis. Trump's hint on March 13, 2025, at sending soldiers to Greenland escalates a long-standing fixation, blending security, resources, and geopolitics. It challenges alliances, sovereignty, and international norms, leaving Greenlanders and Danes resolute. What are your thoughts on whether Trump's rhetoric signals serious intent or strategic posturing? Please share your perspective in the comments. I look forward to your views. If you found this report valuable, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more detailed coverage. Thank you for joining us. Stay informed, stay engaged, and I will see you in our next update.